Xiluva Party founder Bongani Baloyi has ditched his own movement to join uMkhonto Sizwe Party. The former DA Midvaal mayor says his new political home carries the same values as Xiluva. For more on this, Bongani Baloyi now joins us live. Bongani, good evening and thank you so much for your time. Now, in your political career, you've donned the blue, the lime, the orange, and now the newly formed green and gold jersey. You announced this afternoon in Dube, Soweto. Talk to us about what inspired the move to uMkhonto Sizwe.
Well, firstly, Bongani Baloyi has not ditched Xiluva. I think we must correct that. That's misleading people. A decision was taken by the collective leadership of Xiluva after the election performance and results, when we realized that we cannot continue with within a fragmented space, and we scanned the environment to determine if there's parties that we shared similar values within a program of action, and it was a fact for all of us to come to terms with that. The material environment had changed after the 2024 general elections, with the resurgence, or rather the performance of uMkhonto Sizwe Party. And upon doing our own due diligence, it was clear that we resonate 100% with uMkhonto Sizwe. They speak about the important role that traditional and royal leadership must play in our society and governance, and they also speak about moving away from our current constitutional democracy to parliament sovereignty, which also share the same view. And ultimately, the goal here is to bring about the full and total liberation of Black people and economic emancipation, which is what we are trying to do. So before elections, many of you were questioning me why Xiluva is not consolidating with other parties. And we made the clear point to yourselves that we will only consolidate after the general elections, because a legitimate election results will be out, and those who have legitimacy will be the ones who lead the project of consolidation. And we firmly believe that uMkhonto Sizwe is that party with legitimacy, which happens to be aligned in values with Xiluva, and therefore the collective of Xiluva decided to deregister the party, and the full collective to then join uMkhonto Sizwe Party, and also go and encourage our members to join uMkhonto Sizwe Party as well.
And that was certainly my next question to you, in terms of what then happens to Xiluva. I mean, like you say, it's not only your move, but your top leadership as well. But most importantly, what then becomes of your constituency, in people that had faith in you, in the party, in the May elections that passed this year?
Well, look, people had faith. They should have voted, and the election outcome should have spoken to that enormous amount of faith, and which it did not in this case. So we decided to really think about what is in the interest of Black people. And in this current stage, where after the election, the electorate spoke very decisively and clearly, and showed that uMkhonto Sizwe, which happens to lead the Progressive Caucus, is the one that should lead the project of consolidation. So we're going to persuade those who voted for us and those who are members, and a number of our members will have already moved across and embraced this move. And remember, people have a right of freedom of association. We'll never force anyone to do what they want to, what they do not want to do. We believe with persuasion, and if we believe in the same cause, we will continue. And our appeal and decision-making is based on the fact that we believe in the same cause, and we believe that this vehicle can actually deliver this type of material change to the lives of Black people.
And now, having joined the MK Party, I mean, there are a number of parliamentary MP vacancies for the MK Party. Should we expect a swearing in anytime soon of yourself in Parliament, or perhaps a deployment provincially?
No, I think I've made it quite clear today that my intention is not to serve in any legislature or parliament for that matter. I intend exclusively to focus and work in the party. I really think that this organization is capable hands to be able to assist in building the party. So my sole and exclusive focus will remain there to assist in building this party, because young people really need to be part of this organization to ensure that we build with the time and energy that we still have available. So I think I would prefer to focus exclusively in that capacity and role. I mean, uMkhonto Sizwe still needs to go to a formulation of policy processes and various other processes where one can add value, and just build the institution to become a proper institution. So in order to do that, we can't all be rushing to go to Parliament. I really think that others can serve better in assisting the party to grow and mobilizing and growing the structures of the party.
I mean, we've seen many other party leaders in recent weeks leave their parties to join the MKP. I mean, Floyd Shivambu, Khalid Makubele, and now yourself. And you speak of the party still having to have a formulation of policies, and there's still a lot of room for growth. What do you envision the leadership and most especially the longevity of the party? What do you see it to become, especially when critics are still skeptical about the party given its infancy?
Look, critics before elections would have told you that MKP would not have performed as well as it did. But MKP proved the critics wrong. A party that was just 6 months old managed to get 45% of votes in KZN and 4 million votes in the country. So this has proved the critics wrong in every respect. And for a party that has been so successful in the electoral process, it's important that the leadership takes a decision to protect the party and insulate it and make it difficult for people who want to, come into the party with nefarious intentions. That's why I 100% support the decision taken by the national leadership that they will be appointing persons who are capable, and if you don't perform, you are removed from that party, from that role, and the fact that there will not be any internal contestations that is allowed because the party must grow. Because if they rush for an election now, it will really decimate the party and allow for infiltration. And I endorse and support the decision that was taken in their wisdom. I really think it's a correct decision. That will lay a foundation for internal stability, which allows for growth of the party and the party to grow. I mean, this party needs to grow faster in terms of institutional growth and strength and systems and structures. It has to grow much faster than the others, and it has to grow far at a rate that keeps up with the growth of the party and popularity of the party. So I really think the institution of the party is the most important thing that needs to be looked at, and I really think the decision taken by the leadership of the organization is to give the internal environment that is conducive and stable for the key focus areas to be looked at and to be prioritized.
Lastly, Bongani, I mean, my colleague Xoli Mgambi is out in the Midvaal. He's in conversation there with the leadership of that municipality about their clean bill of health that they've enjoyed for 10 years. And the current mayor, Taxera, constantly acknowledges the previous leaders of that municipality that helped him somewhat inherit a functional municipality at which you were at the helm of for many of those years. Looking back, what would you say were the key ingredients in making that municipality work in the way that it did?
Look, I think firstly you need to have competent and capable people to lead municipalities, and people who are ethical and who are not in it for the wrong reasons. And also to surround yourself with competent professional staff that is able to assist the leadership of the municipality and perform their roles, and to separate and clarify the space between politicians and public servants, because once either gets into different spaces that they shouldn't, then it pollutes the space. And also there should be clear and decisive consequence management. There must be ruthless consequence management for people who are doing what they should not be doing. I think that basis and those points really create a stable environment and the ability to govern and meet the needs of the people, which is really what the ultimate test is for governance. It's the substance. Can you meet and respond to the needs of the people decisively? And that's the true test of whether municipality works or not.
Most certainly. Well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on your move to a new party. We certainly will be looking forward to see what will then come out of that relationship. Thank you for joining us. That's Bongani Baloyi, who has now joined the MK party. He was the leader of the party of Xiluva.